I don't want to sound like a broken record. And I know I've barked about this enough times this season, throughout all, the ARCA stuff. But did anyone else catch, how they did them dirty again yesterday? It seems to be NASCAR's favorite thing. And Fox and all of them, I mean, they have done it numerous times, just in different ways, whether they have the cameras there and all that, and they don't show the race live that weekend, even though everyone's there. They wait until like the middle of a Thursday afternoon to turn it on when no one's going to be around to watch it, which I still think is stupid. I mean, if you have them there, you can air it. There's enough networks out there. Again, like we keep saying, bring back speed. That would help. That could, at least do something to, help alleviate this problem from happening so much. And that problem in particular can be done easily with that. But now we get to last night, and I said it yesterday morning when we recorded the thing. How many of y'all listened to it, watched it, whatever? But I said it. All it takes is one bad thing to happen, and someone's not going to be able to finish the damn race because it's going to be so dark because they don't have lights. Granted, yes, there was rain beforehand. I get that, but it still started on time, and they could have rearranged the schedule somehow to get it somewhere. Because again, the rain rained out qualifying for but they got to go regardless of the race on time. It was dry, all that. And why do they schedule, like, I don't understand who's the genius, the powers that be, that decided to schedule for 6:30 at night start time at Pocono when there's no lights. Because when people wreck at Pocono, they tend to wreck big and hard normally. Lots of speed, lots of contact. And it's just dumb to start at that. Just like I said about the Xfinity race later today, all it's going to take is one stupid thing to happen, and then everything's wiped out, and they're going to have to call it early. All it takes is something stupid, one bad wreck to stop them there for a million years. Is a lot of times, or one wreck where someone or a bunch of people drop a lot of fluid and they have to clean the whole entire track because it takes almost a minute to get around the place under green. You'd slow it down to, caution, especially with the way they are with cautions at the end of stages, like before, the whole pit sequence before they come back, like that kills a lot of time. And last night proved that killing that much time can actually end up being quite detrimental to the whole entire show. And I mean, I know they're not as big of, horsepower and all that, but motors don't differentiate between all the series, but all it takes is one. A big long cleanup, or the way they've been doing, like where sometimes there's 6-7 laps that pass from when they throw the caution for the stage end to where we go back green. Like you do that at Pocono, that's like 15, 20 minutes right there. Because again, it's almost a minute a lap already. So it's just, how hard is it for, like, they've been doing it for years. Don't get me wrong, but how many times do they have to like do this stuff before they pick up on the fact that it's idiotic and dumb and really, really bad? It doesn't help the series. It doesn't help the drivers. They're trying to get laps experience. There's fans that are there, even though like you could have a couple thousand fans at Pocono in the grandstands, and it looks like there's 9 people there. It's kind of like the LA Coliseum because that thing's just huge. Where several thousand doesn't really look that good. And they deserve better. The sponsors deserve better. The drivers deserve better. All of them deserve better for the effort they put in than to get the race stop 17 laps short because it was dark, just like when they were in Talladega. And that late caution came out, and they stopped it right there on the spot instead of letting them finish the last 17 laps, 14, whatever the hell it was, so that the Xfinity guys could get their whole racing without having to worry about it. And then they ended it that early, and they still in the Xfinity Series then got to do their whole entire pre-race like nothing happened, just in the sake of making sure the Xfinity guys got the racing. Well, if you started them early when it's Talladega and big ones are possible, so time constraints and stuff could happen, start them earlier. Use your brain, depending on what track you're at. It's not really that complicated of a thing. I don't know how they always seem to make it that difficult, but yeah, last night's. I said it was going to happen, and there it was because they just can't. They cannot help themselves. They always have to do something stupid to piss us off and prove us all right when we say that there's just nothing but sheer incompetence running the thing. I saw the start time for that. Lived up there growing up, haven't been up there in a while. Family's still up there, but I looked at that and went, how the hell do they plan on that even working without, even if there isn't any issues? Like, all it takes, again, the 2 or 3 cautions, especially when they're stopping for breaks and stuff. And then there's laps when they come back out. Like, that kills a lot of time. There's not a physical way for that to have worked out good. So, yeah, that was just really, really dumb. So, good job to NASCAR, everyone that runs ARCA Menards, Fox Sports, FS1, everyone involved in all of it for once again proving us all wrong and showing how little respect you actually have for the ARCA Menards series, East, West, all 3 of them. Like, if you want them to actually like get better and help improve, and go through the ranks and all that, like, you actually have to let them run races and schedule them like to where they can actually run the races and prove that they matter to them. That you matter to the sport as a whole, because until you do that, like, it's never going to get any better. And we shouldn't even have to have this conversation all the time. Yet here we are again. They're idiots, but it is what it is. I'm sure they're going to do it again this year, which is even worse. So we'll see. But something's got to change with that between NASCAR, ARCA, FS1, Fox Sports as a whole. Like, whoever's doing it, like, they got to stop being idiots. Because it's clear as day, and it hurts my brain. But yeah, lots of good racing going on right now. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Yeah, W Series was on this morning. Like, I think Xfinity Cup, and Xfinity practice qualifying is on right now. Like, a lot of good stuff going on. So I'm gonna go, watch all of that. Might be back for Monday or Tuesday. Might not be. I don't know. We shall see. But thanks for listening, watching, share it out, follow along, subscribe. I'm pretty sure right there in that general vicinity of that corner of the screen is the subscribe thing if you're on YouTube. Like it, comment it, rate the show on all the platforms, Good Pods, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, all that. And until we meet again, enjoy the racing and peace.